Let's go, Texas A&M. What is happening? Oh, well, only the thing that I told you before the season even began. Jimbo Fisher, you have got to give up the play calling duties and honestly just the game management altogether. And I understand A&M fans are going to fill my comment section here with Haynes King. He missed all these throws, and he did. And now you are looking at Max Johnson to be your savior going forward. And I don't know about that. But look, today I don't want to focus too much on that. We'll obviously do a video on A&M later this week. I also want to not focus too much on the close call between Alabama and Texas. Obviously, that game came down to Will Anderson and most notably Bryce Young making big plays for the Crimson Tide when it really mattered the most. Really, the story should be the Arkansas Razorbacks. And I feel as if Arkansas fans are in unprecedented territory right now. So, obviously, we'll get to the Hogs in just a second. There are so many other SEC storylines for us to discuss. I mean, my Missouri pick wasn't that great, but I did give you Tennessee and Appalachian State. But the truth is, one of my favorite plays was South Carolina covering the 9 points. And even though the Gamecocks had some good moments, Arkansas dominated. And I feel like Kendall Briles called it a near-perfect game. They also have KJ Jefferson at quarterback, and Drew Sanders is an emerging star. And the reason why he didn't play at Alabama, well, it's because they had two other five-star linebackers in Will Anderson, Dallas Turner, and Henry To'oTo'o, who's obviously more of an off-ball linebacker. But truth be told, Drew Sanders looks absolutely amazing. But now it is time for Arkansas fans to set their sights even higher. This is your year. I'm looking at you, Razorback fans. Now, I know you were feeling my mentions and comments from my Sam Pittman video before the season, but honestly, my only criticism of Pittman was his fourth down decision-making, and versus South Carolina, even though he didn't convert, he actually did have an aggressive fourth down call, and it didn't end up hurting them. So for me, I feel as if Sam Pittman and his coaching staff are obviously doing the most right now. And I know they had 2 home games, and I know South Carolina and Cincinnati isn't really the most impressive teams, but they're 2 solid teams. Those were 2 top 50-ish teams in college football. And give Arkansas a lot of credit. They look really freaking good. And I know that Jalen Catalon is a massive loss, and that will probably cost them a game at some point. But for right now, if you're an Arkansas Razorback fan, you are by far the biggest winner of the day. A&M looks awful. Alabama looked, honestly, Saban looked a little old today, right? They were not coached well. All the different penalties, a lot of staleness on offense. The offensive line still isn't fixed. The Bill O'Brien hire looks kind of sort of like this is Bryce Young and Jameson Williams carrying this offense, and now you don't have Jameson Williams anymore, and your offense looks very static. So the truth here is Bryce Young, yes, he is still the best player in this conference. And Will Anderson is probably still the second best player in the conference. But Arkansas's overall team, remember, we're not talking about stars. We're talking about team. Arkansas right now has got a better coaching staff than Alabama's coaching staff from top to bottom. And Arkansas right now has a better offensive line than Alabama's offensive line. Now, they still have way more talent, and if you were to tell me who should I pick right now to win that game here in a few weeks, I will pick Alabama, but Arkansas, this is it. This is your time to shine. You've got your best quarterback, maybe the best quarterback in the modern era. And Arkansas, KJ is playing at an absolute amazing level right now. And you've got enough at these skill positions. Trey Knox has had a good start to the year. Rocket Sanders has had a good start to the year. Hazelwood, the transfer from Oklahoma, has had a good start to the year. And then obviously Sanders, Landon Jackson, Terry Hampton, and Dwight McGlothern on the defensive side looks to be some very good transfers on that side of the football. This is it. All the great teams, A&M, Alabama, the clear-cut first and second team in the West, they look very beatable, And you also get them in the first half of the schedule where towards the end of the year, those teams are likely to be playing better. Remember, Saban's teams get better as the season moves along almost every single season. Same thing for A&M. This is it. Arkansas fans, I'm looking at you. So comment down below, Arkansas fans. Let me know. Do you actually believe this is your year? And now I want you to objectively say this because, look, I didn't believe you guys could be a 9-win or a 10-win team. But now I do. So let me know in the comment section down below. I know you're probably like, why do we have to go to BYU here in a few weeks? But still, you have the quarterback, you have the team, you have the talent. This is it. Comment down below your biggest story in the SEC right now. It is Power Hour SEC Bomb. And tonight, we are doing ribs. Let's go. Ha, ha, ha.